Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Perisic card to review today. We're taking a look at a card that is 6'1" with high medium work rates, 4-star skill moves, and a 5-star weak foot. In regards to traits in games, he only has a flare trait, so no outside foot shot trait or finesse shot trait, but not necessarily a huge deal. As you guys know, I did a review for his storyline card when that was released at the time, and I really enjoyed using the card. The only problem that I really had with it was the dribbling not being crazy responsive. But as you can see with this card, it has been significantly improved. And I'm pretty sure you guys have a good idea of what chemistry style I'm most likely going to give him, right? In regards to his in-game stats, he has 94 acceleration or 97 sprint speed. You don't necessarily need to improve that, so that's perfectly fine. In regards to shooting, he has 96 attacking positioning with 91 finishing, 97 shot power with 93 composure. I don't often look into long shots too much because they're not effective unless you're doing it with a finesse shot. Like long shots from regular power strikes are pretty random. But regardless, his shooting stats for base card stats look amazing. It's not necessarily something that you have to improve if you want to give him like an engine chemistry style potentially, right? His passing stats are great as well. You know, if you want to use him in the cam spot as a high medium work rated player with a 5-star weak foot, he'll be able to pass the ball really nicely, especially since he has that 93 composure. Dribbling stats, I do feel like you want to improve with this card as much as possible because of the fact that his balance at 86 could present to be a small problem, but it could be something that you can improve easily, so it's not necessarily a big deal. We're going to be taking a look at some of the chemistry styles we can give this card. I'm thinking about Sniper off the bat because you guys know I'm a freak when it comes to sniper chemistry style. But it could be a marksman too. I just need to take a look at what would be improved in regards to all those stats. But dribbling for base card stats look good. It's just the balance that you may want to improve the most, if anything. In regards to defensive presence, he actually has 80 interceptions. So the fact that he's a 6'1" player with 99 stamina, that 80 interceptions is actually kind of nice, as well as the defensive awareness. So you can imagine playing this card in the left mid position, actually offering a good defensive presence for you, or in the left attacking position when you tell them to come back in defense, right? So pretty cool in regards to that. But another great feature with this card is the fact that he's 6'1" with really good physical capabilities at 86 strength, 96 jumping, and then 74 aggression. So all of that is very, very good. What we want to do is check out the chemistry styles that we could potentially give this card to make him an absolute monster. I think the rating for this card, if I checked before, it was like an 85 rating to do this card. So an 85 rating is actually incredibly fair. We're going to be checking out the price at the end of this review because obviously we get it the moment it comes out. So if we take a look at Perisic in game, 107k for this card is incredibly cheap. Like this promo, in my opinion, has been fantastic so far. In my opinion, I just think it's been really good because the price for in-game value for that card at 107k is ridiculously cheap, and that is amazing, okay? So let's take a look at the chemistry styles. People have decided to give them either the engine or the sniper. As you guys know, that's obviously the chemistry styles that we like to give the card the most, because with the sniper chemistry style, guys, you would be increasing his dribbling a lot, okay? It's going to be a situation where it's like, do you want to give him a little bit of that extra pace for the acceleration, or do you want to give him that extra finishing? Do you care to have the 99 finishing, or do you care to have the extra pace? Because take a look at the card stats, right? In regards to the sniper chemistry style, you will be improving his dribbling a lot, right? You're going to be making his balance a 91, which is also great. A +9 for agility is, in my opinion, more important as well. So the sniper chemistry style would also be improving his volleys, penalties, finishing. He already has 97 shot power, but then you would also be increasing his composure to a 98, right? He already has the pace. You don't necessarily need to improve it, right? So could be an ideal situation. If you take a look at the engine chemistry style, you know, you would be making his pace 99. 91 finishing could be good enough for you. You know, he already has 97 shot power with 93 composure. But then you would be boosting the balance more than you would be boosting the agility, right? So it's going to really depend on you. But again, you would also be boosting the passing stats substantially, right? So it's going to be like a fight between both of the chemistry styles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work off of whatever my boy has in his team, because both chemistry styles would be great, in my opinion. But as you guys know, I do have this love thing with the sniper chemistry style, which I will go pick up because I obviously prefer that because of the agility boost as well as the finishing boost. So yeah, the way that we're going to be lined up in game, because my boy has a freaking sick Bundesliga team over here, we're going to be using the 4-2-3-1. So we're going to be using this version, 5 and 4, 5 and 4, like we normally do. We're just going to go ahead and switch Hullet over here with Witsel on that side. Perisic, being a 5-star weak-footed player, I kind of want to try him out in the striker position first, right? We'll put Gnabry off to the side with Philippe Coutinho there. I think normally the way that I would set this up without the player review would be like this, with Perisic off to the left side and Coutinho in the cam position, because Kamada's movement in the middle is really nice. I'm going to actually slap a stay central on him to see what's up with that. But we're going to have stay back while attacking for the fullback, stay back while attacking cover center for the CDMs. Hullet's attacking playstyle will still make him push up, which is great. And then we're going to be playing balance for the cams with the striker on stay forward, stay central. We'll take off stay forward because Kamada doesn't need that. But stay central just causes this balance with the rest of the team. So let's try him out in the left attacking mid position first, and then we'll basically go from there. All right, let's see what his dribbling is like. Okay, so he's a little bit weird. The gameplay's not really up to par right now either, so I have to keep experimenting with that. Give me a second. Oh, he starts to cut inside. That's actually really good. That's solid. I like my left and right attacking mids to cut inside. Very, very important thing that I like my players to do when they're in those positions. Let's try a shield right here. Nice little drag back. Oh, I tried to do a skill move. Oh. Shot across goal. Not bad. Not great. It's not really too settled right there. So I had to settle it a little bit more for me to score that opportunity. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to take the gameplay into consideration for his dribbling, but obviously it's something that we always have to take into consideration. But so far, I do like that his off-the-ball movement makes him move into the middle. It almost seems like this card is definitely going to be best used in the striker position. Probably not on the sides, because I love my players being super agile on the sides. So we'll see. Yeah, I see that cut inside run that he actually makes right there. I can't trigger that because they don't make diagonal runs if I press L1. So it's good that he actually makes them. He seems like he's a 50-50 player. Like, he doesn't do it constantly, which I love players to do. Like, Neymar always does it constantly. I would say Neymar is like an 80%, 20%, or a 25% in regards to those runs. But, I mean, so far, he's okay on the sides. I don't think he's going to be best utilized there. I'm not liking it too much there, because when I even used his storyline card, I also noticed that he was best used as a striker. So let's try him out there instead, because I'm telling you guys, man, having a 5-star weak-footed player up there makes an absolutely huge difference. So let's use him in the striker position first. Maybe he's one of those guys that'll be best utilized in the center positions, right? Cam, or the center cam position, or the striker position. So let's see. What run do you make here? Good. Try a near post from there. Okay, so coming off the ball right there, not settled at all, right? That's a very, very important thing, but it's good that on the stay central instruction, he started to utilize the positions to the right and left side. That's very, very important. I don't like when they're super stagnant. Like when I was using someone like Rafael Leao in the striker position, it wasn't ideal. So far, the sniper chemistry style is not bad. It could be a situation where the balance boost would probably be more relevant. We'll see. Nice. Nice little finesse shot right there with Kamada. Nicely done. I love Kamada's off-the-ball movement. Like, that card, when it first came out, was great price for in-game value. With Perisic so far, I'm going to try him out in the striker position without stay central. I want to see how he moves without it. Kamada I love with it, but him, I'm going to change it. Okay, guys, so we're just going to try him out on balance instructions this time. He could potentially move better like that. Kamada, even when I switched him to the left side, you could tell his off-the-ball movement was disgusting. With Perisic, we do need to experiment with it a little bit more. I am also going to see if I want the engine chemistry solve, because gameplay is not up to par right now, but obviously he needs to still compensate well for it, so we're going to try that out. We're also going to go ahead and give him the engine chemistry style, because it almost feels like he needs the balance boost more than he needs the agility boost, because I feel like the height that he has is kind of affecting his really quick movement on the ball. So I just want to go ahead and put that chemistry style on, and we were kind of lucky with this chemistry style because we ended up buying it for 1,400 coins, which is great because it's like 3,000 coins on the market right now. So, yeah, let's try him out with that. There you go. Oh, it doesn't register to Coutinho right there. How does it go upwards instead of downwards there? Make that run. First time shot, turn around. Okay. So his off-the-ball movement on balance instructions seems to be decent. Doesn't necessarily feel like I need to improve it so far. He could potentially make a really good cam with the engine chemistry style instead of having him up top in the striker position. We're going to keep experimenting with it, though. Doesn't make that run into that space right there. Does he make this one, though? We'll play off of this pass right here. Ball roll. Oh, no ball roll there. Aggressive run right there. Okay. Back into the middle here. Play off of my dribble. Super aggressive there. Bam. Okay. So he makes those sideways runs. So it's something that you have to adjust to yourself, if anything. Well, this is me adjusting to his playstyle, is that when he makes the run to the side, your buildup has to be a little bit slower to wait for him to make those diagonal runs into the middle on the bounce instruction. First time shot. Great finish right there. Good movement, man. Bounce instructions is working really well for him. I think he understands when he should go into the space. Again, guys, I'm not a huge fan of 1-2 passes. That's actually just him doing it himself, because if you do a 1-2 pass, the run ends up being very, very linear. Near post strike on that angle. That's perfect angle. There it is, yeah. So yeah, you don't want to do like a 1-2 pass with like the LB, or the LB or L1. It's really situational, but you do want the player himself to utilize his own off-the-ball movement, because the way they run is usually angled or straight, or, you know, it's just better. Like this one right here. Then we kind of play off that a little bit, see if he makes that middle run, which he does, right? So, see how he still makes that run? We'll pass it back. You see how he's super aggressive and how he gets back into the middle position? Do a fake shot, near post strike again. We don't get that opportunity, but we score that one. So situations like that, coming off of the skill move, you're going to notice that you may want to give him a sniper chemistry style, because even at 91, sometimes the skill move affects the way that the player shoots the ball coming off of the skill move, right? So this is definitely the type of card where I have to play more than one game with him. He's not like super easy to figure out, but he is really good for the characteristics that he has, right? So I do want to figure out the card a little bit more to give you guys the best idea possible. So with Perisic, I'm going to tell him to stay central again. I don't want to tell him to get in behind. I hate the get in behind tactic because it's so linear. I want to try him on stay central again. I will move him off to the left attacking mid position at one point as well, and then I'll put him back into the cam spot, or I'll try him in the cam spot as well to see where I like him best. I do notice the dribbling being better with the engine chemistry style, but the finishing could be affected from those types of situations where he comes off the skill move. Maybe I want to hit it directly to the side and he doesn't, right? Because it's just the way the mechanics of the game work, right? Coming across a lot of tryhards right now for this Mendy objective, but your boy's just trying to analyze that off-the-ball movement, you know? Nicely done. I like his positioning with stay central. It's actually really solid. Coutinho is really aggressive in the attacking areas, which is obviously very interesting with the way that Perisic is playing, because Perisic, I don't know, man, the way that he's playing on the pitch right now, it's really going to depend on the other types of players that you have in your team, and it's going to be very, very noticeable. What I want to do here, because I feel like this would be a very interesting combo, is I want to use Perisic as the cam with Kamada as the striker. Let's see how that works out. Gotta wait for that run right there, and I should be scoring that opportunity, but unfortunately we don't. Perisic with a good pass right there, though, man. The engine chemistry style helpful for that situation. There we go. How do you move off this? That's the one I want. There you go. That's the run I want. Great off-the-ball movement. He's moving off of Kamada really nicely right now in the cam spot. He's definitely a player that I like to use more in the middle, for sure. Instant run. How fast do you come back into position? Cam spot. Now starts to utilize his striker position. So he's moving off of Kamada. See how I'm like what I say when it comes to off the ball movement, how players move off of each other in certain ways. Because Perisic is aggressive on the attack, in those situations, he will move with Kamada in a certain way Touch, up, fake that. Oh, and he never even switched to that guy, unfortunately. Into the middle instantly. There it is. Touch, touch. 5-star weak foot. Don't score that opportunity. Ter Stegen, the beast. The shot should have been a little bit better there, I think, for the near post, but coming off of a little dribble right there. Oh my god, Ter Stegen's an absolute monster. It's disgusting. And then Coutinho skies it. Perisic, Perisic, Perisic. Okay, so the cam spot, he's definitely usable there as well. It's pretty solid, actually. He's a little bit too aggressive for my personal liking. This is the balance that I want to really try out. I tried this out in the beginning, but this is the one I really want to see how he plays. If he plays well in it, you know? Oh, great dribbling right there. Really nicely done. I'm not a fan of his off-the-ball movement on the sides, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. Like, in terms of the positions I would use the card in, you know? Let me see, done. Little skill move, ball roll, heel to heel, get that near post angle. Almost scored that opportunity. Probably shouldn't have dribbled into that guy right there, but, yeah, I don't know. He seems like, in the left attacking mid position, it's the 50-50 runs that I'm not necessarily a fan of. And because he's not, like, agile like someone like Gnabry or Jadon Sancho, I feel like his best positions are definitely going to be in the middle for sure. I want to try out one more thing. This is the one card where I had to play more than one game with, for sure. I want to try Coutinho on the left side with Gnabry on the right, with Perisic back in the middle, Kamada in the striker, without Stay Central. Let's see how that works. Good body there. Finesse shot off of pressure. Ooh, and we get the deflection right there. I need to put him back into the striker spot. Yeah, obviously the lack of finesse shot trait, those finesse shots aren't as crisp, obviously. Kamada, we're going to be trying him out in the cam position this time, with Perisic in the striker spot. You know what's funny about this card? Is that the way that he's moving, I'm telling you guys this right now, he almost seems like he's one of those types of cards that can be strictly used as a left mid in a 4-4-2. That's what it feels like so far in regards to how he's moving on the pitch. But I do like him most as a striker so far. Because with the 4-2-3-1, it's a good formation to try out for different areas of the pitch, regardless, right? But the way that he moves, the types of runs that he makes, I think if you were to use a 4-4-2 on the left side, he'd actually be really solid. I want to try a nice little power strike right there with him. Alright guys, so final verdict on this card. This is the type of card where I had to play more games with him just to get a solid feel for this card. In my opinion, I think he's best utilized in the middle positions. I would not recommend using him on the sides in a 4-2-3-1 unless your tactics and formation kind of fits that playstyle, because his runs are not that amazing on the sides. Obviously, when you use players like Jadon Sancho's Team of the Season card, Neymar's card, those are the types of guys you like to have on the sides. I even used Ricardo Quaresma and Rafa on the sides in my main team, and I obviously like the way that they move on the sides. I don't feel like Perisic moves that way. However, when I put him in the center areas, whether it was the cam spot or the striker position, that's where I was really fully utilizing the card, in my opinion. I do also notice that the way that he moves on the pitch, if you guys like using a 4-4-2 and you want to use him as one of the strikers or as a strict left mid, maybe even potentially as a right mid because of the 5-star weak foot, and a 4-4-2 setup, he would be really good in those positions as well. I don't like him on the sides for the cam spots. I don't like the way that he moves consistently. It's not like he's terrible. He's definitely very usable there. But on a consistent basis, I wasn't really a huge fan of it. I do think that on the sides for a 4-4-2, he would be really good. Again, the price value, or the price value and in-game value of the card, is amazing. I think 112k is perfectly fine for this card. I do think that this card's saving grace is the 5-star weak foot, because his dribbling on the card is still very noticeably poor. You know, even if you were to give him an engine chemistry style or a sniper chemistry style, it's not that responsive. However, I was also playing in gameplay that wasn't that great because some players are still not moving that crazy, but I still feel like his height really affected his dribbling from time to time, right? I would probably still give him a sniper chemistry style just to boost his finishing. I didn't really feel like the pace was that great. I didn't feel like the balance was that great either. I did feel like it was slightly better than it was in the sniper chemistry style, but not enough for me to sacrifice the finishing on the card as well as the volleys, because sometimes having the volleys is really nice as well, and the +5 for composure. So if I were to give him a chemistry style, sniper would be the one, but you could definitely keep the engine as well because it's very good as well. It's a matter of picking and choosing each one. It just depends on you, really. But I didn't feel like he needed the extra pace or the extra balance in regards to improving his finishing more, right? Just a comparison between the two. So, yeah, I didn't feel like the card was that special, but I think the price value of the SBC is very fair for what he offers in game. But the 5-star weak foot is definitely the saving grace of this card. So, I'm going to go work on Kessie. I'll see you guys for that video. Thank you guys for watching this one. I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.